Focusing on what you can control is literally the gift that keeps on giving. Which, surprise, this is the fourth bonus way that pet business owners self sabotage their business without even realizing it. That's right, I told you there was going to be three, but I love to over deliver. So, the fourth one is that many pet business owners are too busy focusing on what they cannot control instead of what it is they can control. And it stunts their growth and causes additional burnout. You'll know if you're focusing on the things that you can't control in your pet business if you notice one of these three signs. You find yourself getting frustrated with customers at least once a week. I remember in the early days when I was getting frustrated with my customers frequently, much more than once a week even, it was because they kept showing up unannounced. We had set a time, say noon, and before you know it, they'd be pulling in the driveway at 11:30. The dogs are outside. They're all going crazy barking. You got 10, 12 dogs barking at once. You know what it's like. It's chaos. But the reason I stayed stuck and frustrated is because I was focusing on the customer's behavior of which I could not control. So when I flipped my stinking thinking to what I could control instead, I created a perfect solution for this recurring issue. And I implemented an ETA policy that people must always send their ETA according to their GPS when they're on their way. Not only this, but I gave them the why behind it. Because if you have listened to me at all, you know that if you don't give the why, the customer will fill it in for themselves and usually miss the mark. So always give the why. My why was important for a dog owner to hear, that it's something they want to hear. The why is this makes sure that I have all the dogs in safely inside and safely separated as need be for new arrivals. They keep hearing that word safe and they think, okay, if she's doing this when my dog's not there, she's doing this when my dog is there. So I can trust that she's keeping them safe. Of course, I also added how it will help ensure that I stay in business because I don't upset the neighbors by having dogs barking their heads off all day long. This literally fixed the issue of customers not showing up on time. They could be 15, 20 minutes late, but as long as they text me, it was okay because we were prepared for it. The second sign that tells you you might be focusing on the things you can't control instead of the things you can control in your pet business is you find yourself worrying about what other people think about you at least twice a week. And as I mentioned before, you can't control what other people think, right? So if you notice that you're doing this all of the time, think about what you're not focusing on that you could control when you're sitting there fretting over what people think about you.